Okay, Mark Walsh here from Body Yoga Principles and EFC. This is a video on this fact, this mind-blowing fact. We can only see ourselves through ourselves, yeah? So we're always seeing through our beliefs, our values, our embodiment, our way of being in the world. There's no clean place to stand to look at myself. I don't mean, literally, but in terms of my own behaviour. So, for example, was I rude? Well, I have a particular way of seeing the world, right? I have a particular perspective. So how else do I see it? Was I pushy? Well, for me, what seemed pushy for other people might seem incredibly pushy. For me, what seems normal for other people might seem pushy. Yeah. So there's absolutely no clean place to stand in terms of how we view ourselves. So our perception is completely coloured by this. This is why we need communities. This is why we need feedback from others to triangulate on that process. This is why we need some objective standards, perhaps guidelines that we can follow. Now that might seem a bit rigid, but we can't trust our self-perception. Now we can trust it a bit more if we know ourselves. So knowing that, let's say you do a typology like a Myers-Briggs, or let's take 4 elements because that's one we use a lot. It's pretty intuitive. If I know that my tendency is to be, say, watery, to be a bit of a pushover, then I know that what to me might seem like aggressive might not actually be aggressive. I'm just viewing that from my lens of being a bit of a pussy. So we need to know our own typology. We need to know our own cultural reference point. So, for example, as a British person, I might get a bit uptight about something, and if I see one of my Caribbean friends, for example, being a bit late, being whatever, I get uptight about it. I go, okay, it's probably just me being British. Cut them some slack. Particularly if we're not in Britain. So yes, so knowing one's own cultural lens, knowing one's own psychological lens, knowing one's own embodied predisposition, this really helps a lot, but it's still not 100%. So this is why some objective standards, peer feedback, triangulation is really helpful. It's a mind-blowing thought. It's like trying to taste your own mouth, or you've never actually seen your face, how other people see it, right? Like I can see myself on video now as I'm filming this as like a little video box. But that's different, that's distorted, that's in reverse actually as well. So yes, mind-blowing fact, we can only see ourselves through ourselves.